over the last few days I've been seeing quite a rise in people on the left really pushing do not vote for Donald Trump. There seems to be a lot of people really showing off just how much of an idiot and an asshole, and pointing out quotes and actions he's done over the last 10-15 years, and they're doing this constantly, and it's the same people that are completely ignoring everything bad, wrong, corrupt that Hillary has done. They're completely ignoring her policies, and it now seems like Trump is now being completely demonised, and she's a shoe-in for the left. I'm not saying this in support of Trump. I think he's an idiot, he's a fool. I really don't like Hillary. I think she's an immensely corrupt liar, and she should not be president. But Americans have now forced the hand of everyone to be under the sword of Damocles, for want of a better term, because we now have the options of an idiot and a corrupt liar. And I think that the people on the left and the rational, left-leaning, sensible type people, especially Americans, are now shitting themselves. And they're shitting themselves because Donald Trump might be president. There is a genuine chance that Donald Trump might be the president of the United States. Take a second to really let that sink in, because it's slowly, we've all had it in our head, but it's now slowly dawning on me that it might actually happen. I think Americans are genuinely embarrassed about this. The majority of normal thinking Americans anyway don't want Donald Trump to be their president, because they have already realised that the rest of the world are going to look over America once a beacon of ideological, technological, free market hope, liberty and all that, and see that they have voted in as the man in their highest office a fucking blonde ape, an idiot, an embarrassment to their country and all of their history. And they're rallying, they're really making the charge right now to support Hillary and demonise Donald Trump in order to stop this happening. It seems less about policy and more about the future history of their country. I can sympathise, because I would not want, if I thought that Nicola Sturgeon was going to step down and in Scotland we were going to have Donald Trump as our First Minister, I would be ashamed to show my face. I would be embarrassed for Scotland, and Americans should be embarrassed as well if he gets into power. They really should. This reminds me of Ronald Reagan. When I was growing up, Ronald Reagan was the president, and I thought he was a legitimate. When I got older, my teenage years, when I started actually reading and learning stuff, I thought he was a legitimate president. And then one day my dad took me to the side and told me that he used to be an actor, and I thought, oh well. So I checked it out, and it turns out he was just some crappy, Western movie actor, and he was a crony capitalist for the Chicago boys, and he was an absolute idiot. And I think that back then there must have been a lot of rational people that were embarrassed that Ronald Reagan was their president, and now we're back in that same situation where potentially the most powerful person on the planet is going to be Donald fucking Trump. I'm kind of annoyed at Americans, because you go, right, for the flaws that he did have, you could have had Bernie, you really could have had Bernie, who I love, but now you're stuck between an ape and a liar. Oh, America. Whoever gets in, get them out in 4 years. Oh, what a time to be alive. At least it's interesting.